I got this crazy text. Good morning, Romeo. So I got a problem. I don't know what to do. So last week I spent Friday taking a girl out to dinner. We went to Six Flags. We went to a steakhouse and bar hopping. I gave this woman flowers, treated her like a queen. Come the end of the night, I brought her back to my house. We started drinking again. At my house. She started touching me sexually and just showing some signs. So I asked politely to make sure and get consent. Midway through, this woman didn't want to do anything anymore, and I was okay with that. So I got up from the couch and asked her if she was sure she doesn't want to continue. She said no. So I got my phone and called some other girl to come through to my house that I was bored right in front of this other girl. You did it right in front of her. After I ended the call, I asked the woman to leave. I even paid an Uber to drop her off at home. Ever since then, this woman won't stop calling me. She keeps harassing me, going to my job and embarrassing me. She broke into my house. She even slept outside my house a couple of nights ago. How do I get rid of her, Rome? Because the cops are yet to do anything. Wow. My first question, before I even attempt to try to give you an answer on how to get rid of her, if you had the capabilities of calling another woman to show up at your house at any moment because the woman you currently were with didn't want to have sex with you, why did you have to do it in front of her and be a jackass? You chose to do all of these things for her. You chose to take her out. You chose to take her to Six Flags and bar hopping and spend all this money on her. And because she decided at some point not to want to have sex with you, you decided to be an a-hole. I'd like the answer to that question first, because there's no reason for that. Just send her on her way, then call the next woman to come through and let it be. Why did you have to go out of your way to be an arrogant ass? That would be my question. And how do you get rid of her? Dude, you deserve what you get. You deserve it. You deserve the harassment because of what you did. There was absolutely no reason for you to act like that. Your ego, your arrogance, your insecurities, all of those things played a part in what's happening to you now, and you absolutely deserve it. All right, 842-547-7. As far as getting rid of her, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you get rid of a psycho. I really don't. I don't. So I told you the story, right? He said, good morning, Rome. My problem is I took this girl out to dinner. We went to Six Flags, went to a steakhouse, did a little bar hopping, gave her flowers, treated her like a queen. Come the end of the night, we went back to my place, started drinking again. She started touching me sexually, just showing some signs. So I politely asked for consent, which you got to do. Midway through it, she said she didn't want to do it anymore. So I got up on the couch, asked her if she was sure, called another woman in front of her. The other girl came through the house. After I ended the call, I got the woman an Uber, paid for an Uber, dropped her off at home. Ever since then, the woman won't stop calling me. She keeps harassing me, going to my job, embarrassing me. She's broken into my house. She even slept outside my house a couple of nights ago. How do I get rid of her, Rome? Because the cops are yet to do anything. I think she should keep doing. That was a bad move, man. Why didn't you just get the Uber, send her home, and call another woman? If you have that availability, why would you do it in front of her just to be an a-hole because she didn't want to sleep with you? What is wrong with you guys? Hey, Rome, tell homeboy to quit lying on the radio. You guys think he's lying? I believe him. Because of the arrogance and ego of these idiots in Bakersfield. These men are so stupid. I mean, especially for the fact that if you could just call somebody else to come over and have sex, then what do you care if she doesn't want to have sex with you? Just let her go home. Handle yourself with some class. Why do you got to be an arrogant ass? I mean, that's what I don't understand. Already 42547-7. Do you think he's lying? I don't think he's lying. Let's see here. What did you send me? Hey, Rome, for the guy that called with the psycho girl to get rid of her, he has to apologize to her, and that should end it, unless she's really, really psycho. An apology goes a long way with women. You think that's what it is, huh? what happened was, so this guy texted me, and apparently he went out on a date last Friday, spent his money on a girl, took her out to dinner, took her to Six Flags, went to a steakhouse, did some bar hopping, gave her flowers, treated her good, he says. Come the end of the night, they went back to his house, started drinking again. Apparently they started getting, sexual with each other. Midway through, the woman didn't want to do anything more, and he was okay with that. But this jackass, he goes and he calls another girl in front of her, okay, to come over. And then gets her an Uber, sends her on her way. Well, ever since, this woman won't stop calling me. She keeps harassing me, going to my job and embarrassing me. She broke into my house. She even slept outside my house a couple of nights ago. How do I get rid of her? Apologize, I guess. But I'm actually not on your side of getting rid of her. I still think you're just an a-hole for calling another girl in front of her. You could have handled that with some class and just... Why do you guys get so upset when you spend money on these women and they don't want to have sex with you? What the hell is wrong with you guys? You guys are a bunch of classless a-holes. I mean, that's part of the game, man. That's part of dating. That's what happens. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you cost you, sometimes it doesn't. What in the hell is wrong with you guys? Are you that insecure and egotistical in Bakersfield? I mean, you guys are really that stupid? My God, man up. Alrighty, 42547-7. Hey, Rome, tell him to give you her IG. She can stalk. Oh, you want her IG so you can hook up with her. She can stalk you. Hey, somebody's got to date a psycho woman. Why not you? Listen to what this guy texted me. All right. Hey, good morning, Romeo. So I got a problem. I don't know what to do. Last week, I spent Friday taking a girl out to dinner. We went to Six Flags. We went to a steakhouse, went some bar hopping. I gave this woman flowers, treated her like a queen. Come the end of the night, I brought her back to my house. We started drinking at my house. She started touching me in a sexual manner, just showing some signs. So I asked politely to make sure, get consent. Midway through, this woman didn't want to do anything more. And I was okay with that. So apparently you weren't okay with that because you acted like a classless fool. So I got her from the couch and asked her if she was sure. Do you want to continue? She said no. So I got my phone, called some other girl to come through my house. After I ended the call, I asked the woman to leave, and I even paid for an Uber to drop her off. I think it's funny how you think that's being a nice guy. You call some other chick to come to your house because this one won't sleep with you. And yet you think you're a nice guy by even paying for the Uber for her to go home. Ever since then, this woman won't stop calling me. She keeps harassing me, going to my job and embarrassing me. She broke into my house. She even slept outside my house a couple of nights ago. How do I get rid of her, Rome? Because the cops are yet to do anything. Exactly. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with that. RD42547-7. Hey, Romeo. I'd like to know what type of girl came over to have sex with him after the first girl he took out wouldn't. Yeah, that's a good question, too. I mean, there's a whole lot of questions in this situation that we need answered, right? Who did you call? Who did you call to come over and have sex with you because the girl you took out on a date wouldn't? And why did you have to be an a-hole about it? Why couldn't you just send her home and then call the girl to come over afterwards? Why did you have to do it in front of her face? Does that make you feel like you won? I mean, I get she's a little psycho, but you might have created that. You might have been the one. She might have been a nice girl until you went and was an a-hole to her, and then you made her all psycho. So, yeah, I don't know what to do for you, bruh. Alrighty, 42547-7. And was it the first? Actually, I didn't ask. Was it the first date? Maybe she was just, was it the first date? Because you can't expect her. Why do you guys expect, this is what I don't understand. Why do you guys expect to get sex because you paid for a date? Are you that pathetic? Are you that seriously insecure and pathetic that you can't go out with a woman, pay for a date like a man, and then not get some and accept it like a man? I always knew men in Bakersfield were bitches, and they act like it all the time. The more and more text messages I get about these guys acting like this, you're pathetic. The guy sent me this text message. He said he got a problem. He don't know what to do. I guess last week he spent Friday night taking a girl out. They went to Six Flags, went to a steakhouse, did some bar hopping, went back to his place. At the end of the night, she started getting frisky with him. He asked if it was okay to have sex. They started messing around. Well, midway through, she stopped. She didn't want to do it anymore. He said, he made sure that she was done, didn't want any more. Then he picks up the phone and calls another woman to come over, which is just, yeah, you guys know what kind of insecure a-hole that is, right? So he gets on the phone, he gets her an Uber, and they sends her home. Well, ever since then, the woman won't stop calling him. She keeps on harassing him, going to his job and embarrassing him. She broke into his house. She even slept outside his house a couple of nights ago. How do you get rid of him, Rome? The cops aren't going to do anything yet. Well, cops are probably laughing at you, first of all. But, hey, Rome, that doesn't sound like a woman that went out with, that went out on a first date. If the date happened, when did she go to his job? 2 days ago was Friday or Saturday. If the date happened Friday. No, he said a week ago. He said it was last week. So it's been over a week since the date happened. And so, yeah. But I got a couple of problems with this. One, you deserve everything you're getting because you didn't have to be a classless jerk like you did to call another woman in front of her to come over, okay? No, the guy keeps texting me that when did this happen? I'm telling you, he's giving me this story a week or so later, okay? It didn't happen on Friday night. So anyway, the idea that first of all, you had to be classless and insecure the way you did to try to embarrass her is stupid because you don't know why she stopped with you. You don't know what the situation was. I mean, she is a little psycho. I'll give you that for going that far. But here's the other thing. And this is what I don't understand. In this, I'm going to guess it's the millennial world. You expect a woman to sleep with you because you took her out on a date, okay? You idiots are clowns. And you're broke, cheap dumbasses. Okay, that's why millennials are pathetic. If you don't have enough money to throw away on a date where you don't get sex, then you shouldn't be dating. And second of all, why in the hell are you guys taking these women out on these Six Flags? Another guy took a chick that he met online to LA for the weekend. And when he didn't get on first time he met her in person. You don't take a woman out to a steak on date one. Couple of drinks, maybe an appetizer. You guys are going hard in the paint on date one and then getting mad because you aren't getting any. You guys are morons. What did you text me here? Hey, Rome, tell that little boy stop acting like a playa and be a man. Hey, yo, Rome, maybe that psycho girl should just let him go. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on what side of the fence you're on, right? Whose side you're going to be on? So get this. Yesterday, somebody came up to me and they asked me why I talk about certain things. Nobody cares. And this is what happened. You guys know, there's a listener named Gilrod. Sorry, I had to drink some coffee. There's a listener named Gilrod that calls me. I think his name's Gilbert Rodriguez, or Gilbert something. And we call him Gilrod. Well, he calls himself Gilrod, so we call him Gilrod. Well, he sent me a photo from Santa Cruz. He was out there sitting on the pier. And so I told you guys, he told me he was out in Santa Cruz, supposed to start work, found out the job wasn't going to start till today. This was yesterday. And he sent me a photo. And then guys like Julio and his wife, they go out to eat a lot. So then they'll send me photos of where they went to have dinner or where they, what they were doing, things like that. And I talk about it on the radio because when you guys send me text messages, I just read them. I try to read every single text message. Even when you guys tell me I suck, I still try to read them. And then Seahawk Lou will send me stuff, or Raider Dave, but they send me stuff just what they're doing on their regular day, okay? And I read it. Well, yesterday, somebody said, Rome, they asked me, why do you read that stuff? Nobody cares, Romeo. Nobody cares what they're doing. And I care. These guys listen to the show all the time. I care what they're doing. So if you don't like it, don't listen. And that's exactly what I told them. Now, my bosses will be mad because they want everybody to listen. But if you jackasses don't like what I'm doing, it's real simple. Don't listen. But if listeners are going to tell me what they're doing every day and send me photos of where they're at or what's going on, I care what they're doing. And they're part of the show, so I'm going to tell you about it. I mean, either get over it or don't listen, because I don't give a damn, to be honest with you. And the person that asked me just looked at me like I was crazy when I told them, I don't care. Don't listen. If you don't like the fact that listeners tell me what they're doing, guys will tell me they go to the Dodger game, or guys will send me photos of what they're doing with their, okay, that's what people are doing, The whole show is based on me talking to you about anything and everything. So get over. I mean, I have a basic outline of what I want to talk about every day. But my God, if you have something better to talk about, or you're doing something that's fun or cool and you want to talk about it, then yeah, we're going to talk about it. And if you don't like it, well, guess what? Start a podcast. Listen to podcasts. There's hundreds of other things, millions of other things you can listen to, as a matter of fact, in the morning. Okay? So get over yourselves and enjoy the fact that we're having a conversation with what the hell's going on in their lives. I can't sometimes with you.
Hey, what's up, Ron?
Hey, Ruben, what up, man?
Hey, Ron, Friday night I ran into a buddy of mine, and he was trying to give me a hard time for still listening and calling in. He's like, man, he was hard on you the other day and all this. And I go, bro, and you don't think I stay quiet? I said, dude, it's a give and take. And I said, it's all fun and games, bro. He's like, oh, and Ron talked about me like that. I would never, ever even mention this station. Well, you know what, bro? You don't even have to listen to the station. If you're so upset the way me and him get along, then you don't need to be listening, dude. I'm like, what's wrong with you people? Like,
what's wrong is you got a bunch of insecure, egotistical men who are morons, is what you got.
Yeah, it's crazy, Ron. And I'm like, and they be hating. They're like, and you guys still hang out? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, matter of fact, right after we hang up, sometimes we meet up.
Dude, I tell everybody, I'm awesome to hang out with. I'm a great time.
I always tell we have a blast, bro. Never have no issues. Nothing but good times. And I tell them, I said, and so we were talking, Ron, for a little while, and then I told him, I said, hey, but you know that fool's giving away Universal Studio tickets. He goes, yeah, I've been listening for those. I said, oh, my God. I said, you see how you guys are? You guys all want to talk to your papas, but as soon as homeboy's giving away something, everybody's listening.
That's hilarious.
Hey, but like I told you before, Ron, when they're hating, it's because you're doing something right, bro.
Oh, I don't care. All right, Ruben, get out of here. Go to work. All right, 84254-7-7, yeah. All I'm saying is, look, man, if you don't like what I say, even when I'm just talking about some dude that listening and what he's doing for his day at work or where he's at or what town he's in, he's listening from there, then I don't care. That's all I'm saying. I don't give a damn. It's not my fault your life sucks and we're just having a great time every morning.
Romeo, and that's why we appreciate you.
Oh, Raider Dave.
We're just normal people trying to get by.
Yeah, we are.
And sometimes you find some good conversations. Sometimes they're not so good, but you're right. If they don't like it, it's like poop. You can either step in it or step around it.
I just don't understand how miserable you have to be worried about what we're talking about on the radio when we're just talking about some dude who's sitting on the beach in Santa Cruz because he got the day off work.
And I only post a little bit because I don't want people to get too upset. Like, man, look at this guy. This guy, all he ever does is take vacations. But, that's just, you got some interesting listeners. So we appreciate you. And, haters, they hate us because they ain't us.
I do appreciate you guys. That is true. Even though you drive me absolutely insane.
I've been trying not to. I handed it off to Seahawk Lou.
I didn't even tell you. Seahawk Lou sent me 4 pictures of himself yesterday.
That sounds Seahawk Lou-ish.
I didn't even talk about that.
I only limit it to like 1 or 2 a week. So, yeah.
All right,
All right,
Dave,
later.
later. I know. I didn't even tell you. Seahawk Lou sent me like 4 pictures of himself yesterday. Why? I have no idea. Here's the bottom line, and here's where I don't care. Bro, I'm just here to have fun. If your job sucks, I'm sorry. My job does not suck. I get to come in, do whatever I want, talk to a bunch of idiots, and go home and play golf. I mean, I'm sorry your job sucks, and you got to hate on us. All right. Good morning, Rome. This guy, Rome. Why? See, somebody sent me today this is what the last 2 days I got 3 pictures of Seahawk Lou. I don't know why. Why you keep sending me a photo of Seahawk Lou? I have no idea. I don't think it's Seahawk Lou who's sending it to me. Hey, good morning, Rome. Hey, it's Gilrod here, streaming from San Mateo. Oh my God, Gilrod! I thought you were in Santa Cruz. Hey, thank you for telling that person to get over themselves. I could be listening to anything on my radio, but I choose to have this app downloaded just to listen to you wherever I travel. So thank you again, Rome. I'm going to start sending you more pictures now. Gilrod, all you do, I'm going to tell you this right now, is, bruh, yesterday morning you sent me a photo sitting on a pier overlooking the ocean in Santa Cruz. I'm in Bakersfield. It's hot. I don't get to sit by the beach. You and Julio do the same thing. You guys are always doing something fantastic and sending me photos. No, that's awesome, Gilrod. But why are you in San Mateo? I thought you had to go to Vallejo or in Santa Cruz. That's awesome. Yeah, Gilrod, you guys, everybody sends me photos of what they're doing and where they're at. And it's fun. I don't know why you guys, I don't know why people get so upset about it. It doesn't, I think it's great to see what you get. That's why when we give away Dodger tickets, I always have you guys send me Dodger photos of you guys at the game or you guys, because it just looks fun. You guys look like you're having a good time. I mean, they're just, you know what the problem is? There are so many miserable people in this world that they cannot be happy for somebody else. I am not that person. I will run my mouth and I will tell you you're stupid, but I am happy for all of you. I just told Raider Dave he's stupid and he drives me crazy, but I'm happy for Raider Dave and his successes. I'm happy for people who get to do things. I'm happy for everybody. It doesn't bother me. I am not in competition with any of you like a lot of these idiots are that are miserable with their lives. You know what I'm saying? You guys know who I'm talking about. You guys all got that friend. So, Gilrod, don't send me a photo of San Mateo. It's not as nice as Santa Cruz. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Rome, that's why I don't listen to you anymore, because you talk about dumb stuff. You're listening right now, dumbass. Let's see here. Rome, I got a question. After 10-year relationship ends and after a year not being together or being with other people, is it possible to make it work again with that person? Okay, I'm going to get to that question, but before I get to that question, we got to give away some tickets. Hurricane Harbor. You guys want to go to Hurricane Harbor? Caller number 29. We'll get you tickets to Hurricane Harbor right now. And then I'll get back to that question.
Hey, am I caller 29?
You're caller 29. Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
What's your name, man?
Giovanni.
Giovanni. You just got tickets to where? What? Oh, Hurricane Harbor. Yeah, tickets to Hurricane Harbor. Six Flags Spectrum Mountain, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. So let me get back to this email, this text message you sent me. It says, Rome, I got a question. After 10 years in a relationship, it ends. And after a year not being together, being with other people, is it possible to make it work again with that person? 100%. It actually should be very easy for that to work. Because if you've been with somebody for a decade, And then you go out and see what else is out there and you realize, hey, wait a second, I want to be with this person as long as you both want it. 100%. There's that would be absolutely, that would be, that seems like it would be way easy for that to work again, right? Am I wrong about that? I don't think so. I mean, people who have been together, who have been together for a while, usually have no problem getting back together because you already know each other, you know? I think that'd be pretty easy. Already 42547-7. A guy was asking me, he says, Rome, after 10 years in a relationship and it ends after a year not being together, being with other people, is it possible to make it work again with that person? It is. I think it's 100% possible and not possible. It's probably pretty easy to do. Being with somebody for a decade is a long time. Alrighty, 42547-7. Good morning, what's going on?
Good morning. I was calling to comment on the long relationship.
Oh, yeah, 10 years.
Yeah, I just ended a relationship 15 years, and I found out he was cheating on me the whole time. Yet this man begged for me back for 2 years when I friend-zoned him. So, yeah, men are a piece of work.
Well, let's be honest. So your relationship will never work again with him.
No.
Okay.
But we took a break for the 2 years and we were just friends and I didn't want anything, I didn't want to get back into the relationship. But he begged for me back for 2 years, told me how he changed, just to find out he was the same exact person.
Wait. You got back together with him for a little bit?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
my God. Why are you girls so dumb? What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I guess wanting to believe in the fairy tale love. That's not real.
15 years is a long time, though. I got to give 15 years a long time to be with somebody. Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
To go with somebody,
All right. Was it easy to get back in the relationship with him after the 2 years, or was it difficult?
You know what? For the 2 years while we were just hanging out, we were just friends, I honestly thought he changed.
Oh, gotcha.
So I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Everybody was rooting for him. So I was like, you know what? Let me try. Let me see if things are going to work out. Let's try to move forward. But I just realized he just started pulling back right after he started to have all my attention again. And
when whoever everybody was that was rooting for him, tell everybody they're stupid.
Oh, they've had an earful. Trust me.
Well, good luck finding a new guy if you're looking for one.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye. But see, that's kind of my point. Is this guy was asking about 10 years off, being in a relationship for 10 years and then being separated for a year. Is it possible to get back together? It is, because it's easy, because you've known that person. Now, obviously, the cheating, I don't know why did you guys, I guess I'd have to ask that question. After 10 years of being together, why did you take a year off from each other? What happened? Cheating probably is one of those things that you're not going to be able to get back together. But if it was something else, job, I don't know. There's a lot of other things that could have caused you to split. So why did you split, after 10 years? So a guy texted me, said, is it possible after being in a 10-year relationship, then breaking up for a year, is it possible to get back together with that person and make it work again? I think a lot of people make it try again, right? I would think it would be, yes, you can do it. I guess it depends on now that the last girl called and talked about she was in a 15-year relationship and she broke up with the guy because he was a cheater. I guess the reason you broke up would have to play a huge factor in, I guess, before I could say 100% it would be you could do it again. So, I don't know. Already 42547-7. Hey, Rome, tell that girl that I'm the new guy for her. Well, I mean, I'm sure everybody's rooting for you. So, but yeah. Already 42547-7. Hey, Romeo, after 10 years, if it doesn't work out and they've gone their separate ways and found out there's more out there, then I don't see how they can get back together. Well, that's the thing. I guess you're right. We're talking to one person, whoever sent the text message saying we've been together 10 years. Why did you break up? And how does the other person feel about it? Is the other person that you're talking about, do they want to try again? Or are you the only one that wants to try again? I mean, I guess there's a lot of questions that really need to be answered before could give you an accurate response. I mean, if you both want to try again after a year of being apart and found out that there isn't anything else out there, well, that's the other thing. You guys find out there's just not anybody better than what you have out there. So now you're going back to each other because, well, that's what you know. Or did you give it a real shot during the year that you said you've been apart? Did you give it a real shot to try to find something better? I mean, I guess there's just too many questions. But I guess in general, I would say, if you've been with somebody for a decade and maybe you got divorced, I mean, you broke up for, I don't know, any other reason than cheating or, any of the other things that you really shouldn't be together for, then it would probably be real easy to make it work again if you both wanted that, right? You find out that life isn't really better without that person. Maybe. I don't know. RD42547 The guy said, Rome, after 10 years in a relationship, if it ends, and after a year of being together, or not being together, being with other people, is it possible to make it work again with that person? Like I said, there's some questions. So he did send me the answer to some of those questions. Exes get back together all the time, by the way. That's just a lot of exes find out that it's harder to start over again, so they'll get back together with an ex just because it's easier. And they don't want to put all that work in. So I can see it working. Hey, Rome, it was a mixture of me. I'm the guy drinking too much, hating or hanging with the bros, a little flirting with women. She caught me but never cheated physically. We have 3 kids together, but we trying to work it out. But I don't know. Things looking great, but we've been with other people. Things are looking great, but we've been with other people within the year. Okay, so you guys are going to let sex hold, the insecurity of having sex with somebody else when you're split up. Is that an insecurity for you or her? But if you're drinking and hanging, I mean, that's cheating, by the way, flirting. Mind you, Rome, we're still in love. She's always wondering, where am I at? What am I doing? Show up to my pad sometimes to see what I'm doing as me, not much, but I do love her. I do ask her questions within the year we've broken up. I mean, sounds like you're made for each other. How old are you guys? You guys young? How old are you? To me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of you guys might not like this answer, but I think y'all could be together. I think you got a couple of things to work out. But I think with 3 kids, and I mean, you got to stop flirting with women. If she's going to accept that and still stay with you, just stop flirting with women. I mean, stop hanging out with your buddies. Sounds like you're a little immature. I don't know how you're immature with a woman and 3 kids, but you're still there. Sounds like you got to grow up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if you both still love each other and there's no real insecure infidelity there, then yeah, I think you can work it out. You just gotta grow up a little bit, man. Stop hanging out with your friends, man. Hang out with your wife and kids if that's what if you really want it. If you don't, then no, it won't work. If you're not willing to commit to the woman and the 3 kids, then it won't work. Okay? Guy sent me this text message. He was talking about how 10 years in a relationship, they separated for a year. Can they make it work again? And I guess it was a mixture. The reason they broke up was he was drinking, hanging out with his friends, I guess flirting with women. She caught him. I guess he never really cheated if you don't consider flirting cheating, I guess. They got 3 kids together. They both love each other, apparently. Just he sounds like a child. It needs. Oh yeah, here. Thank you for your answer, Rome. I look forward to your advice. We're both 35, so yeah, you're still young. I mean, 35 is you probably. I hate to say this, and I know it's going to sound funny, but I think 35 is still. You're still in that window of not being mature enough for a family. And it sounds to me like you're not there yet. So 35 does make more sense on why you're still drinking and hanging out with your friends and not, just there for your family. I think 35 is a little young for that. It doesn't mean you shouldn't have kids by 35. You shouldn't be married by 35. It just means I think there's still a lot of immaturity there. And you guys got to work through it. I think that's so. Hopefully you guys will work through it. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. But I hope you guys work through it for the kids' sake, for your relationship's sake. I mean, 35, I think with what you've said, 35 makes a lot of sense. I think you guys can get through it. Just spend more time with your family. Stop flirting with women. So a guy was texted about being in a relationship for 10 years, got 3 kids with this woman. They've been apart for a year. He says they've been with other people, and now he's trying to figure out if they can make it work again. Absolutely, you can. I mean, one of the problems why he was one of the problems with the relationship was he was hanging out with his friends too much, drinking, flirting with women. He said he never really physically had sex with anybody. So I guess if she's going to accept that and be okay with it, then why shouldn't you? And man up, grow up. That's all you really got to do is grow up. They did say, though, he did say they were both 35 years old. So kind of young. I mean, not young, but kind of young. You still expect childish antics out of a 35-year-old. And that's why I wanted to say that is because somebody said, hey, Romeo, did you just say that 35 was kind of young to have kids and a wife? I started my family at 22. I said, yes, I did say that. But because how old are you now? Times are different. A 35-year-old in today is far different than a 35-year-old, let's say, in the 90s. They're different people. So that's why I said 35 today is kind of young. 35-year-olds are not all the same based on the decades. That's why I said they're kind of young. So you still expect those antics out of a 35-year-old, hanging out with his buddies, drinking. Actually, I shouldn't say that. You probably still expect those antics out of a 35-year-old in the 80s and 90s too. You still want to hang out with your buddies. You're still, 35. You should still be in great shape, look good, working hard, and you want to hang out. You don't really want a family tying you down, a wife and kids. And that goes for her as well. She's probably tied down with 3 kids at 35. I'm sure she's not happy. She'd like to be out there, hoeing it up at 35, having a good time, just like you were, just like this guy was with his friends. So, yeah, you got to get that in line. So that's what I meant by 35. 35 is still... 35 is rough. To be married, or they weren't married, but to have kids, to have a wife and kids or a husband and kids at 35 is rough. Because you're still in the prime of your life. Oh, hey, Rome. Rome. Oh, the guy that said they were 10 years together, got 3 kids. They're both 35. They took a year apart. He's asking if they can make it work again. Nah, Rome, tell that fool to leave her. Even if she's been with other guys, even if they were broken up for that year and still wondering what he's doing, she's a hoe. It's different with a woman. Okay. I don't know. That's something. So it's okay for him to be a hoe, but not okay for her to be a hoe. Right. Hey, good morning, Romeo. Hey, I got to change the subject, man. Here's a question for you. What do you think about Friday evening weddings? I think Friday evening weddings, you must have to go to one, I'm guessing, are a terrible idea. I think they're trying to save money or they, I don't know. I think they're a terrible idea because, first of all, let's be honest. Nobody really wants to go to your wedding, okay? I mean, unless you're Taylor Swift and your wedding's at Madison Square Garden, nobody really wants to go to your wedding, okay? They're a pain in the ass. You got to go somewhere and watch a ceremony that takes 12 minutes. Then you got to wait for hours before the reception starts so that, because they got to go take pictures and photos, and it's all about, nobody wants to go to your wedding. Your wedding is all about you and the person you're getting married to. Nobody cares but you two. They only go out of, kindness for you. Nobody really wants to be there. Weddings are a pain in the ass as an attendee. Now, as a participant, as the bride and groom, they're great. You guys are nonstop. But as a participant, as an outsider watching it all, it sucks. Nobody wants to, you got to get dressed up, then you got to hang around. No, nobody wants to go to your wedding, okay? Let's just be clear. And then to do it on a Friday evening, right? I got to go to your wedding on Friday evening. I just worked all day. Now I got to rush home. I got to get dressed. I got to go to your wedding. Every wedding should be held on a Saturday. Not on a Friday, not on any other. Saturday should be the only day. They should make it a legal law that you can only get married on Saturday. Okay? I mean, at least if you're going to waste my day, at least I can sleep in a little bit, Don't got to work on Sunday. So, yeah. Friday evening weddings are stupid. They should be illegal. Somebody asked me about a wedding on a Friday evening wedding. When I think about it, I think it's a terrible idea. I think that every wedding should be on a Saturday, and that's it. Because you're already ruining nobody wants to go to your wedding. You're already ruining everybody's day by by having to go to your wedding. You might as well at least make it Saturday's the easiest day for everybody. Friday, nobody wants to work 10 hours a day and then have to get ready for a wedding. Come on, man, that's just terrible. And Sunday, nobody wants to go to your wedding on Sunday and then have to get up on Monday and go to work. So no, you're absolutely wrong. Rome, what about a New Year's Eve wedding on a Thursday? No, that's stupid. Holiday weddings are ridiculous, by the way. Those are idiotic too. Nobody wants. Why? Who wants to ruin their New Year's Eve by going to your? Nobody wants to go to your wedding. Okay, nobody, except you and the groom and the bride and the brides. Nobody wants to go to your wedding. They're not fun for the people you invite to your wedding. They're not fun for us. Okay, your weddings are not fun for us. They're fun for you. They're great for you. But no spectator that goes to your wedding wants to be there. All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome. They say Friday weddings are cheaper because of the venues. Yeah, Friday weddings are cheaper. Friday weddings are cheaper, and weddings on hot days are cheaper. So yeah, no, I mean, that's fine if you want to be cheap. Now you want me to go, not only do you want me to go to your wedding when I don't really want to be there, you want me to go on to a cheaper wedding? Somebody asked me about Friday evening weddings. What do I think about Friday evening weddings? I think they are ridiculous. A wedding should only be held on Saturday because you're already inconveniencing all your friends and family that don't want to go to a wedding. The Saturday's the only day that makes it, that only eases the pain for all the guests that don't want to go. Because then who wants to get off work and go to a wedding? RD42547-7. Yo, Rome. Hey, let me tell you what's worse than a Friday evening wedding. That is a destination wedding. You ever gone to one of those? One that you have to pay for everything and go? No. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Ron Seahawk Lou?
What up, Lou?
Hey, so I had a buddy that got married on a Friday as well. And I kept asking them, like, damn, bro, switch the day. I don't want to go on a Friday. The kids are in school and everything. Got to pull them out.
Oh, my God. He got married During the day on a Friday?
Yeah, during the day on a Friday.
Oh my God, what a cheap.
It was at noon. I was like, all right, whatever, So the kids didn't even go to school that day just so we could go to the wedding.
Oh,
and he finally told me, he's like, you know what? It's cheaper.
What an
It was
idiot.
about $1,500 cheaper to do it on Friday than to do it on Saturday or Sunday.
Oh my God, what an idiot. Well, all right.
Well, he's still married, so.
Sounds like you got good friends, Lou. It's nice to see that birds of a feather flock together. All right. All right. Somebody was asking me about a Friday wedding. Let me tell you exactly what they asked me. They said, Romeo, hey, Rome, here's a question for you. What do you think about Friday evening weddings? I think they're ridiculous. I think you're just ruining everybody's Friday night because nobody wants to go to your wedding. How many of you really want to go to a wedding? Let's be honest. Not one person has stood up for the fact that I've said, nobody wants to go to your wedding. Not one person said, Romeo, you're wrong. We all know weddings are only fun for the bride and the groom, okay? Maybe the parents. All right, 842-54-7-7. Hey, Rome. Hey, Rome. I wanted a wedding. I said I couldn't wait for my daughter's wedding. She finally moved out of my house. Oh, nice. He's trying to get ready. Did you marry your daughter off? But like I said, weddings should only be held on Saturday, and that is it, okay? They shouldn't be held any other time because nobody really cares about your wedding. Already 4254777. Hey, Rome. Did you just say something about a destination wedding? Those are the worst. Okay, so a destination wedding is worse than a Friday evening wedding. Okay. Hey, Rome, you said something about a destination wedding. My wife's best friend got married in Hawaii. It cost me almost $6,000 to go to Hawaii for that wedding. It was just awful, Rome. Instead of wasting one day on her marriage, I had to waste $5,000 and $6,000. What do you mean? Her best friend didn't pay for you to go? Yeah, I'll give you that. Destination weddings, I guess you're right, because not only do you got to go, you got to pay to go. You got to pay out of town to go watch somebody get married that you don't want to go to. Who knows what else you got to go through, right? But okay. Nobody cares. If you really look at it, the most selfish people on the planet are people who get married. I mean, they ask you for everything. They give you absolutely nothing, and they waste a day. Well, for you, I guess they wasted 5. But there is nothing worse than people getting married and what they ask of you. Did you guys see this story? I think I told you about it yesterday. It's been floating around for a couple of days. But Chris Brown and Usher are in concert together. In fact, I actually think Jay told me the other day that we're going to give away some tickets to the concert at some point for some reason. I don't know if it already came to LA. It must not have come to LA yet. But the girl, there was a story about this. Usher was trying to serenade Usher was trying to serenade this woman, I guess, bring him up stage. He had his shirt off and he's trying to, sing sexy to her. And she's kind of not pushing him away, but you can just see her demeanor is not very welcoming, right? So apparently he kind of feels it and he lets her go, stops it and gets her off stage. Well, she spoke out the other day and she said that she was actually there for Chris Brown. And if it had been Chris Brown that brought her on stage, it would have been a totally different scenario. She would have had a totally different demeanor. She would have had a totally different reaction to Chris Brown as opposed to Usher. It's kind of funny. I don't know. I mean, I've obviously never been in a position where somebody was trying to serenade me. So I don't know if that's comfortable or uncomfortable when women get pulled on stage and these singers try to be sexy. I guess it does depend on how much you like the singer. So I guess when I saw the story, it made me think about, every regular guy who is at a bar or at somewhere and the way a woman, when you pick up on a woman, you're either a jerk or a Casanova, depending on how she feels about you, right? If you hit on a chick who thinks you're ugly and doesn't like you, then you're a dirtbag. But if you hit on a woman that she finds you attractive, oh, that's great, right? Her opinion. You can't just be some dude hitting on a chick who she can't just be nice about it. She has to act like a jackass. Now, I don't know if that woman acted like a jackass to Usher, but it just, see how that happens? See how that goes? It even happens with celebrities, guys. I guess that's my point. That's what, when I saw the story, that's what I thought. For every one of us or guys that's hit on a girl that just didn't find us appealing or attractive, and how they treated you in such a negative manner and were a jackass to you, but yet when some guy they like does the exact same thing, oh my God, they fall to their knees. Happens to celebrities too, guys. All right. 842-547-7. Yo, Rome, I know you're not talking about this right now, but when you were talking about hitting on women or hitting on men, I got to ask you this question. Yesterday, one of my husband's coworkers, we ran into her at a restaurant, bar, and grill, and she was with some other coworkers. Well, she started flirting with him and actually hitting on him in front of me. I didn't know what to do. I was kind of embarrassed. I'm not really a confrontational type of woman, but that is my husband. We went back to our table and I asked him, are you going to do anything about that? He told me that I was overreacting. I don't really know what to do, Rome. Should I have done something, or should my husband have done something? And it did bother me that he told me I was overreacting. I don't believe I was, Rome. What do you think? Well, without being there, I don't know if you were overreacting or not, but I'm going to tell you with 100% certainty. Now take this, I wasn't there, but with 100% certainty, you are absolutely right. You were not overreacting. Your husband should have said something if you're not a confrontational type of woman. But even if you did say something, you would have been the bad guy because they would have all talked about you at work. Never trust a coworker. I can guarantee she was hitting on your husband, and I can guarantee if she's going to do it in your face, she's doing it at work every single day. Never trust a coworker. Never trust a coworker. Don't trust your coworkers. Don't trust his coworkers. And I guarantee you somebody needed to check her. And if your husband's not willing to do it, you need to have a real conversation with your husband. All right? I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Already 425-477. What'd you send me? Hey, good morning, Romeo. Nah, bruh. Ask that lady what the other female was saying or doing for her to consider her trying to flirt with her man. Well, I don't have to, because I will tell you this. Obviously, if she's seeing something that she's uncomfortable with between her husband and one of his coworkers, she's not wrong. It's not, and the arrogance of your coworkers, because they spend so much time with you, they believe that they can do whatever they want in front of your spouse, changes the dynamic of what's going on in your relationship. Somebody's doing dirt, okay? How many times have you guys ever been somewhere and somebody acts like they know you better than your spouse? Has that ever happened to you, where you and your husband or you and your wife, you're sitting somewhere and a coworker walks up and says something, and you look at her and you go, wait, how do you know about that? The only way you can know about that is if he told you about that. And that is not something he should, those are intimate details or conversations. Why is he having those conversations with you? Okay? You guys know what I'm talking about. And the arrogance of her, his coworker, to say something in front of his wife, or the arrogance of him to act like he's not spilling the beans about their marriage to this woman, is ridiculous. So no, I don't need to hear what she said because I know exactly. I've seen it play out hundreds of times. I've seen that happen. Coworkers are jackasses, and they really will, if they're into your husband, they really will say something stupid in front of you to try to degrade you, to try to make it seem like, hey, I got the upper hand on you. Women's arrogance is unbelievable. Guys, on the other hand, is a little bit different because a guy will punch somebody. A guy who is hitting on your wife, he's going to be a little bit more hesitant when you run into each other to say something because he doesn't know if you'll punch him in the face or not. Women are not like that. They're catty. They're petty. And I can guarantee you this guy's coworker was hitting on him and probably hits on him at work. And she said she's not a confrontational type of person. So her husband should have stood up for both of them. But you know why he didn't? Because he's flirting with her at work too. This lady just texted me about one of her husband's coworkers. I guess they ran into her at a restaurant or a bar and grill or something, and I guess she did some things towards her husband that she found was flirting or hitting on him in front of her. And she said she's not very confrontational. She didn't really know what to do about it. So she asked her husband about it. The husband said she was overreacting. And yeah, that's not the right thing to say to your wife. She just doesn't know what to do. So she was wondering if she was overreacting. No, you're not overreacting at all. I can guarantee you with 100% certainty, whatever that woman said to your husband, she's hitting on him. And she's doing it to degrade you and embarrass you in front of him to make herself feel better about her. Okay? There was, and I guarantee you by him telling you overreacted, that he is flirting back with, he likes it, and he's flirting back with her at work. There's something going on. I'm not saying they're cheating. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that for your dirtbag husband to say you're overreacting when you know something is happening in front of you, women aren't stupid. I mean, unless you're, and this is what I wanted to read this. Somebody said, Romeo, for that wife, I just want to say this. Women aren't stupid. Only toxic women are the ones that don't know and are overreacting. And you know who that is. Guys know if they have a woman who overreacts, and guys know who have women that don't overreact. Yeah. So for her husband to tell her that, you know he's wrong. And you know he just doesn't want to deal with it because he likes what's going on at work and he got caught up. Yeah, perfectly said. You know, I mean, if you're not a crazy woman, and then your husband, the audacity for your husband to tell you you're overreacting that's insane. Because you weren't. I can, without even be there, I can tell you weren't. You know, just by the way you said, I'm not confrontational. I asked my husband in the text, some of the things you've said in the text message. So, yeah, I think that your husband is doing something at work that he probably shouldn't be. And now I'm not saying you're sleeping together and all that. I'm just saying they're probably still in the dating phase, your husband and his coworker. Good thing you found out earlier, sooner than later. All right, so a lady texted, and she was talking about, I guess, a female coworker. Her and her husband were out somewhere. Dinner, lunch, I don't know where it was. She just said they were at a restaurant with a bar and a grill, and I guess they ran into a female coworker she said was hitting on her husband. And she said she's not very confrontational, so she didn't know what to do. When they went back to their table, she asked her husband, to handle it, and he said that she was overreacting. I think that we all can say, well, most of us can say this, you never trust a coworker, right? Because when you spend more time with coworkers than you do with your actual spouses, you get into the situation where you start talking about, intimate subjects that your spouse probably wouldn't be okay with. Just like dating. I've said it for years, right? So I'm going to guess she wasn't overreacting. I'm going to guess her husband knows exactly what's going on and that he's just trying to downplay it because, well, he got caught. Now, what's she going to do about it? I have no idea. All right. All right, 842-5477. Hey, Romeo. I got to tell you this story about a woman, a coworker, hitting on my husband. My husband worked for a smaller company, local owner. So he was building. Well, he threw a barbecue one day, threw a barbecue for the entire company, only about 40 employees. Now, everybody knew that the secretary was a hoe and was always hitting on the guys. So she hit on my man at the owner's barbecue, thinking nothing was going to go down. I drug her out the front door, out into the street, and told her never to do it again. Everybody followed us. After it happened, I got a little nervous, thought my husband was going to lose his job. She left. The owner's wife came up to me a little bit later after that and said, "Thank you for doing that. That hoe tried to tried to hit on my husband as well. I'm glad somebody put her in her place, and we went back to the barbecue. So my husband didn't lose his job, and I was the hero." Only in Bakersfield could that happen, right? Hitting on your man, especially coworkers, man, they're the worst. They will hit on your man at work and then hit on your man in front of you. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
What's up, Romeo?
Hey, what up?
Hey, I believe it. There's hoes. They be working with their husbands. Let me tell you something, all right?
Okay.
This guy never, ever watches that soccer, that Mexican soccer game.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
He went to work one day and came home with a booty-tight shirt on. And I said, "Who got that for you?" He's like, "Oh, the boss and this and that." And then I looked on the TikTok, and I seen that the girl he works with, the secretary, she had one exactly like his. And I said, "Oh, so now she's out there buying you shirts, huh?" So yeah, I ended up leaving his ass.
What? Wait, what? Whose ass did you beat?
I said I ended up leaving his ass because I found out all kinds of other things at the end.
Oh, I thought maybe you had to whoop some tail. Okay, well, good for you. I'm just saying.
I left them because, after I found out about the shirt, I started investigating, when I was like, "Ooh, there's more to it."
Yeah,
I said, "She can have you by."
Yeah, you cannot trust coworkers. Coworkers are the worst, and they will do hoes want married men. They just do. It's
and I heard them shirts were so expensive, and I was like, "And she couldn't buy you a bigger one? Don't you know your size?" And he was that desperate that he wore that tight shirt all day. He's hanging out you could see his everything, and he wore it.
That is so funny. That's great.
So, I'll see you later, Romeo.
At least he's gone now.
Right?
Oh, wait, is he with the hoe?
He's probably is with her.
Well, he won't be with her for long. She'll find another. Hoes never settle down with one guy.
That's true.
Let me try to figure this one out. It says, "Good morning, Romeo. I got a question. Since marriage is somewhat off the subject of the subject, how about fresh parents? Okay, so your new parents, who now the husband has already begun his activities not with his wife. Example, going with the guys, going with siblings, excluding their partners, except the sisters. Who is initiating these things? So who are the sisters? You're talking about your husband's sisters? Is that who you're talking about? Or the spouses of of his brothers? Now she has bought concert tickets for them, again, including her husband, but not the brother's spouse. Okay, so a woman, there's two brothers at this point. I'm trying to understand it. One of the brothers' wives bought concert tickets and did not include you. And the response from the husband was just, "Well, we thought you'd like to be home with the baby." Yeah, that's not good. Rome, why wouldn't dad want to be home with the baby too? Why not a conversation beforehand? Am I wrong, Romeo? Absolutely not. Should husband go? Absolutely not. Should he consider mom wife's feelings? Yes, he should. Should the sister-in-law consider her? Yes, absolutely. All of that sounds like they're trying to neglect you for some reason. Now, are you no fun? Now, if you're no fun, I can see why they would neglect you. But no, he's being a jackass, and he's using his siblings as an excuse to be a jackass. You know what's funny? There is a lot of people out there that use their siblings, especially, some of you, if you got a bunch of siblings full of jackasses who are selfish and only care about themselves, they will use each other to get away with things. And that's kind of what it sounds like is going on here. So either they don't like you, either you're no fun. I mean, I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's them. Sounds to me, but I'm only hearing your side of the story. Sounds to me like it's them, not you, but yeah, you got some real problems. If this is what's going on and you got a new baby at home, yeah, you got some real problems.
Romeo, I think it's an eye for an eye.
What do you mean?
She should plan a vacation, even somewhere maybe that he would like to go, and then just go without him. See how he likes it.
With the baby or without the baby?
Without the baby, shoot. She during a pregnancy and stuff, you're devoted to that time, and they're probably tired of each other. He probably needs some fresh air, but so does she. He can't be selfish. She needs a little fresh air, and if he doesn't want to take her, then she needs to go by herself.
Okay.
And you'll find out real fast. He'll either act right, or you'll see his true colors.
Okay. All right, baby. Good morning, now. What's going on?
What's up, Rome Seahawk Lou?
What up, Lou?
Hey, I was fixing to make some seafood boil today, man. If you want to come by Wasco, grab yourself some food to eat.
I'm good, Lou, but I appreciate it.
Hey, it'll be the best one you'll ever have, man.
Do you even know what a seafood boil is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what is it?
The seafood boil is like crab leg, the little sausages, corn, little baby potatoes, shrimp. Oh, man, all that mixed up with like a bunch of seasonings and butter. And, it's so good, man.
And how do you make it?
So I start off with like the butter, brown sugar, and like I forgot exactly all the little seasonings I use. Slap your mama seasoning, bay, something bay. I forgot the name of them. And then I like mix it all together, and then I'll throw the shrimp and to cook for like 2 minutes, a little bit at a time. Oh my God, my mouth is watering right now.
What do you mean cook? You cook them in what?
I cook it in the butter.
In a pan? You steam it?
In a pan.
You boil it? What do you do?
Nah, I just simmer it over the butter.
Okay.
And the seasonings.
Okay.
For like a little bit, because if you do it for too long, it'll get hard and nasty.
Okay.
And then at the same time, you got the corn and the potatoes boiling. Oh my God, Rome is so good. I was going to do that today, as a matter of fact, man. So if you missed out on it, it'll be ready by 4 o'clock here in Wasco.
All right. Thanks, Lou. Appreciate it.
Of course.
How many of you? Yeah, I don't know. That fool can't even make carne asada without burning it. What do you think that seafood boil is going to turn out like? Would you send me here? Hey, Rome, funny that the two idiots call back-to-back Raider Dave and Seahawk Lou. Well. Good morning, now. What's going on?
Romeo, I was just hearing Seahawk Lou right now about the sea boil.
Yeah.
They tell him it's going to be ready at 4 o'clock. Tell him I need like 4 plates for me and my husband and all my kids. Because I don't feel like cooking today. Tell him I don't want to cook today. This is coronavirus stalker.
Do you still live in Wasco?
No, I live in Shafton now, but I'm going to go to Wasco right now.
Oh, well, go by Lou's house. He done got nothing to do. Go get you a plate.
I know. I'm going to wait till my husband gets out of work. I'm going to be like, hey, babe. I'm going to be like, he's out there on the radio. It's going to be done at 4 o'clock. We're going to go eat some seafood right now.
Go by Lou. Tell him I sent you. Tell him you're picking up my plate.
Okay, I'm going to tell him, hey, I'm taking Romeo's plate for
exactly.
me. All right. Bye.
Romeo in the Morning.
Every morning.
On Hot 94.1.